Hi, everybody. I'm Alice K. Ruckelhaus from SufferingWell, and today I want to give you a little tour of our YouTube channel so that you can see what we are offering so far. We're talking in other videos about what we hope to offer on our channel, what we're already offering, and why, and how you can benefit from those things. We have about 20 or 22 videos so far. By the time that this one gets posted, maybe we'll have about 25. So we don't have a whole lot, but we want to show you over this series what we're offering, what we're planning to offer, why, and especially how you can benefit from it. Because this is not an entertainment channel. This is a channel that is for you, to benefit you in your walk with the Lord, and specifically in how you use your sufferings to glorify Him and to serve others. So let me share my screen with you. So this is what our channel looks like when you come to it. Actually, it looks like this. You just see this one row of videos. Okay. Some of what I'm going to be showing you will actually be helpful for you on other people's channels as well. But this is specifically about our channel and what we have here. Okay. So first of all, up here at the very top, you can see what SufferingWell is all about. It says through the cross, not around it. Jesus tells us to take up our crosses and to follow Him. And so we go through the cross. We don't try to get around it. I think that a lot of times as Christians, we try to get out of suffering. We see suffering as a negative thing, but Jesus told us to take up our crosses and follow Him. So obviously that's something that He wants us to do. Obviously, suffering is part of the normal part of a Christian's experience. We forget that a lot of times. So that's kind of part of our job, is to remind you about that. So you may not like us very much. I don't know. Okay, so if you go to where it says videos, you click on that. And up here above that, where it says, do you know that it's Jesus, da, da, da. If you click on that, then you'll see more of a description of what we are. So here you can see like all of our videos, and you can see that there's a real pattern to these. Like any of these videos that you see with the orange and red and yellow cover, those are about martyrs. So martyrs are people who have died for their faith, or because they were defending a specific aspect of their faith. We have some others on saints. One of them is like this one here. This particular kind of cover that you'll see with different pictures on it is about the saints in our lives, how God uses them in our lives. So like in this one here, I'm sharing my personal experience with the Apostle Matthew. And I'm hoping that these won't just be me sharing. I would like to share other people's stories of their experiences with different saints as well. So if you've got an experience with a saint, if you would like to share with me, we can get together on Zoom and have a conversation and record it. Or if you just want to write about it to us, then, you know, we might read it for people to hear and make some of our own comments on it. So anyway, we want this to be like an interactive channel, not just my talking head up here. And I'm not the only one involved in this either. I have a partner in the ministry who is right now not involved in the videos, but probably will be eventually. So you're just seeing me right now, and that's probably really boring, you guys. I would love to have you join me for like any of these types of things. I think a discussion would be a lot more interesting than just me talking. Then we have these ones that you see, this kind of style here. These are, and they say, why do Catholics? So this one is about, why do Catholics pray to Mary? I know as a former Protestant, when I was Protestant, that was something that I just thought was like, oh my gosh, they're worshiping Mary. And that's not the case at all. I can tell you as a Catholic now, that is not the case. And so in that, I explain why Catholics pray to Mary, and especially what that means. Okay, so underneath these, you can see the views, and all four of those, well, three of them got a lot of views, but the one that's probably the most important in this question, which is, what does it mean to pray? That didn't get very many views, and that's probably my fault. Saying, what does it mean to pray? You probably looked at that and thought, oh, I know what praying means, so I don't need to watch that. That video is actually the most important one in that series, because it explains the crux of the misunderstanding between Protestants and Catholics. And as I've mentioned before, there are a lot of misunderstandings that Protestants have of Catholicism. There are also a lot of misunderstandings that Catholics have about Protestants. And so we're just kind of hoping to deal with some of that. We will probably deal more on this channel with the misunderstandings that Protestants have about Catholics. And that's because we are a Catholic ministry. So we're presenting a lot of Catholic practices that for the most part, are things that you as Protestants can use. So we want you to understand why we do that, what it actually means, not just what it sounds like, because we use some of the same words that Protestants use, but we mean something different by it. And if you look in a dictionary, both definitions are valid. It's just kind of like you just hear what you're used to. So these ones here that say First Saturday and First Friday, that style of video where you see the little archway like that, those are going to be videos that are specifically about particular Catholic practices. So First Saturday and First Friday of every month is a specific Catholic practice. You have some more martyr videos here. Stations of the Cross, that's another Catholic practice. That could actually also have had our Friday symbol, our Friday pattern of cover on it, because I have another video explaining about what we do special on Friday. Just saints here that aren't martyrs, I've got a couple of those here. Our videos about Stations of the Cross are here. We have a number of different kinds of videos that we're also hoping to offer, as well as things like, you know, the classes that we have coming up, because we do teach classes on different things. Okay, another really important aspect of our channel is our playlists. Okay, now as you can see here, like this one here, we have Keith Nestor, this particular video on 2 different playlists. So you will see the same videos on some of the different playlists because they fit both of those topics. But we have things like the basics of Catholicism. We have devotional practices, martyrs and martyrdom, persecution, temptation, saints, why we suffer and how to suffer well. Those 2, if you've come here looking for how to suffer well, because that's what we're about, those 2 are probably the 2 playlists that you most want to watch. But there are other topics in here that you want to watch. Sometimes the videos, the playlists are supplemental to one of the classes that we're teaching. We taught during Lent a 7-week class on the Stations of the Cross. And so the videos that you'll find in this playlist are supplemental to that, but they're still interesting to watch even if you don't take the class. We're teaching a class right now on Divine Mercy and God's School of Trust. So we have 2 videos in there so far, but we'll have more. So those are really helpful depending on what you're looking for. We try to keep those organized so that if you go from top to bottom, you'll progress through a topic. Sometimes we will add more videos to that. And so we'll put that where it would logically go. So if you've already watched all the videos in a playlist, go back every once in a while and see if there are more that we've added. They're not necessarily at the bottom because maybe they fit in someplace else. This video that you can see on how to suffer well, that one with Father Ricardo, is an excellent video if you don't know what suffering well means, or uniting your suffering with Christ. And like I said, we'll be talking about that a lot in the future, but I think that his video is the easiest one to understand that we have found about it. Okay, so one more thing that I want to share with you, actually a couple more things. I'm told that I say one more thing an awful lot, so watch out. This is our community page. I do not know, so maybe you can tell me how people get notified about this. Does it come in your notifications, you know, like where the bell is, like that, or do you just have to look for it? So you might check this out. We have a number of things on here, like we have a poll, and I'm about to put up another poll also. These are things that sometimes, like, we're sharing our favorite channels with you. Sometimes we're sharing a particular something that we're doing that it would be good for you to hear about, like a class that we're going to start offering, which we do not record because we want people to be able to share openly in the classes. So if you want to get, you know, to benefit from the class, you've got to join the class, but they're free. And then sometimes we have polls like this. So those are ways of us communicating with you outside of videos, and also they are ways for you to communicate with us to help us be able to serve you better. Okay, and then one more thing, I don't think we have anything here yet. Nope, we don't. Okay, so we will be featuring other channels that we think will really help you in the particular areas that we are focusing on. And so, like, for example, Father Chris Alar, his Explaining the Faith series is absolutely excellent. Now, one thing about that is that his videos for Explaining the Faith are an hour and a half long usually. Most of us don't have that long to sit down. If you do, that's awesome. But if you don't, just break it up into segments. You don't have to listen to a video all at once. I've also done a video on my other channel about how you can speed things up and slow things down on YouTube. So I might do one for this channel as well. If that would help you, then let me know below. So yeah, I break his videos up. I'll listen to them like while I'm driving or while I'm doing housework. Usually his videos on explaining the faith, you don't really have to watch them. It's more like listening, and sometimes I'll show something so you can stop and you can watch that then. But that you'll know when you really need to. It's more of a lecture, but his lectures are super, super interesting. They will have you on the edge of the seat a lot of the times. So we'll have channels like that up here, and some of our other favorite channels that we think will be helpful to you. So that's it. We don't have, oh, I guess we do have a description, but we'll do a video sometime explaining who we are, what we're about. In the meantime, I'm working right now on a series of videos that will just give you just the, like, touching the surface on each of the aspects of this channel, and of our ministry, but we will go into much greater depth in the future. So if you have any questions about that or things that you want us to do videos on, it would be really, really helpful if you share those questions and ideas with us. We want to listen to you. You guys, this is for you. This is not just for me to be able to da 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 da. This is to be able to help you grow in your devotion to God, your relationship with Him, glorifying Him, and serving others. So anything that we can do to help you with that, please let us know. All right, I love you all. I will see you later. Bye-bye.